I find this question kind of hard to fill in the blank. We basically need to follow the story and understand where it's heading. So let's read the passage, see what we get. In 2008, a complete set of ancient Pesoi glass game pieces was uncovered from beneath a paving stone in modern-day Israel. Due to their small size, these things were easily misplaced, making a whole set a rare find. This has led some experts to suggest that the set may have been buried intentionally. However, without clear evidence, archaeologists are left to blank what happened. So, honestly, I have trouble trying to find some sort of symmetry to the sentence. The fact that there's a however here makes me think that there's some sort of opposite to what they said before. So the archaeologists are left to, there's no word that kind of fits with that. Unsuggest, I don't really even know. So that's okay. That's going to happen sometimes. If we can quickly find a word to put in the blank as a dumb summary, great, use that word. If you can't, well, we have 4 answer choices. Just test them out. So without clear evidence, archaeologists are left to speculate about what happened. Yes, well, that kind of makes sense. To speculate is to guess. So if they don't have evidence of something and they're suggesting what might have happened, then that sounds like a lot of speculating. So this seems pretty good at first. So let's look at B. Without clear evidence, archaeologists are left to dismiss what happened. Well, they're not dismissing it. They're interested in this set of things that they found, these pieces that they found somewhere. So they're not being who cares? It doesn't matter. They're interested in it. They just don't know exactly what happened. So dismiss is kind of retelling the story in a weird way. However, without clear evidence, archaeologists are left to expand on what happened. This is tempting because expand on makes it sound like we're going to tell the story of what happened. And in a way, they kind of are doing that in the first part of that sentence where they're saying that they may have been buried intentionally. And so maybe they expand on that. Why would the person have buried it? Maybe they were trying to hide it from someone who was trying to take it from them, right? That would be expanding on that idea. But the second sentence, that second piece there with the however, is not getting into more details of this potential story. It's instead just saying it's just a story. We don't know what's happening. So they're not expanding on it. They're just kind of leaving it as speculation. So tempting, but not correct. And then catalog means to kind of something like organize, maybe is the simplest way to put it. So without clear evidence, archaeologists are left to organize what happened. Well, they're not organize or record. They're not kind of saving it in some way. We don't know what happened. Maybe they're cataloging these pieces that they found in some museum collection, but that's not the same thing about what we're talking about here, which is the story itself of why these things were buried. So this just doesn't really make sense. But I do feel like catalog is a word that many people just wouldn't know, especially if English is not your first language. But it does mean to kind of organize something. To record it down so that someone else can kind of find that information later. So yeah, mostly for me, I kind of thought originally that A was going to be the right answer. It is, but you got to check every choice and be absolutely sure. And yeah, speculate is a very important word to know for the SAT, not just for a question like this where it's an answer choice, but even for those passages where it factors into the story that the passage is telling. There's a lot of speculation in science. We witness something, we observe something, and then we speculate about what it could mean. We speculate about why it could be that way. We make guesses, hypotheses. So speculate is definitely a word that is very likely to show up on your SAT. You need to know it confidently.